Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking news in Columbia tonight. A heavy police presence is currently at the Dollar General on Hanover Boulevard after reports of a shooting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. This is what that scene looked like in just the last 10 minutes. There are not many details at this time, but what we do know, police have closed part of Clark Lane near Hanover Boulevard. Again, that is what the scene has looked like. Multiple police cars, multiple officers there. We did speak with a member and a Dollar General employee who told us they heard a number of gunshots and called police. We have a crew on the scene and will continue to keep you updated both on here and online at KOMU.com. A former student accuses a mid-Missouri school of assault, abuse, and neglect. The new Amazon facility is gearing up for its first holiday rush. What workers are doing to get you your gifts on time. And Marching Mizzou mourns the loss of one of its own. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
A former student of the Missouri Military Academy filed a lawsuit against the school alleging abuse and neglect. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. The unnamed former student attempted suicide last year, and according to new court documents, he told medical professionals he would, quote, rather die than return to school. The lawsuit claims the assaults took place between 2018 and 2021. It alleges school-appointed student leaders led an annual purge where older students would physically beat younger students. The student reportedly went to school administration about those attacks. The lawsuit claims the school did not take any action. Shortly after reporting the incident, the student says the school switched his roommates to be one of his attackers. The student is seeking a jury trial and $25,000. The school released a statement today to KOMU 8 saying the claims in the lawsuit are, quote, completely unfounded.
Well, today is Election Day, as we said, and the polls just opened a few minutes ago. They're closing at 7 p.m. this evening. We have team coverage to bring you the latest on the races and the last-minute tips you should know before heading to the polls. First, we'd like to remind you of some changes. Our very own Sarah Moyers, she's not at the desk this morning. She is live in Columbia to break down what you should bring when you head out there. Hey, Sarah, good morning.
Hey, Jordan, good morning. I'm at the Boone County Government Center where, I just saw a couple minutes ago, people were already starting to line up and they actually got let in early to begin voting. So those polls are indeed open. And again, they'll stay open until 7 p.m. tonight. So if you didn't vote absentee and are planning to vote in person today, some voting requirements have changed, and that includes voting ID requirements. Now, this is the first election where a new Missouri voter ID law will be in place. Voters must present a valid photo ID, military or veteran ID, or U.S. passport. Another change is where people can vote. Redistricting in Missouri not only changed who some voters might see on their ballots, but also their designated polling places.
Now that recreational marijuana use will go into effect in Missouri, let's take a look at other marijuana referendums across the country. Recreational marijuana is now legal in Missouri and Maryland. It was voted against in North Dakota, South Dakota, and Arkansas. Recreational marijuana is now legal in a total of 19 states and the District of Columbia. 37 states allow for medicinal use, while 13 states outlaw it completely.
It was nearly 80 degrees today in mid-Missouri, but don't get used to those summer-like temperatures. Good evening, everyone. I'm Avery Grosvenor. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. KOMU 8's Chief Meteorologist Matt Beckwith is here to tell us how those temperatures are quickly going to fall.
Yeah, Avery, we can see the big difference in temperatures across the state right now as that cold.
One of Columbia's largest employers announced it's making some cuts. Today we're hearing from employees who lost their jobs just weeks before Christmas. A new bill in the U.S. Senate that could make farm-to-table food more affordable in mid-Missouri. We'll explain. And on the 82nd anniversary of one of America's greatest tragedies, one Missouri community pays tribute to those lost in the attack on Pearl Harbor. This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Blindsided. That's how some people describe feeling after they learned they lost their jobs at one of Columbia's largest employers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us tonight. MBS Textbook Exchange told some employees they were terminated yesterday. KMU Bates' Ashlyn Green talked to a few of them today. She's in the newsroom with more on how this decision is hitting hard right before the holidays, Ashlyn. Well, the next step to update one of Columbia's busiest roads is about to start. KMU Bates' Kara Brown is live on Forum Boulevard to tell us how the city is looking for ways to make your commute a little easier. Kara?
At least one person is dead and another is in the hospital after a car crash in Columbia this afternoon. Police responded to the scene on East Broadway just after 2 p.m. The road was shut down between Keene Street and Timber Hill Street for nearly 3 hours as workers cleaned up the area. 2 cars were heavily damaged in the wreck. Police say they are investigating the cause. In other news, Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft is facing pushback for his response to the Respect for Marriage Act. He made this statement on Tuesday. In it, he criticizes Senator Roy Blunt for supporting the Respect for Marriage Act. Blunt joined only 11 other Republicans who voted for the bill. The bill protects same-sex marriage at the federal level. If Obergefell v. Hodges is overturned, states would not be required to issue marriage licenses. However, they would have to recognize those marriages from other states. The bill does offer protections for religious organizations. That means no one can sue them for choosing not to host a same-sex wedding. KMU 8 News spoke with Ashcroft today, and he says he doesn't think it's enough.